Hi, Marta. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today. Greatly appreciate it. How are things on your end?
Hi, George. Thank you. Everything's great. Very happy to be here with you today.
Oh, happy to have you with us. So, looks like you've got a fantastic PowerPoint presentation for us. You know what? Instead of me just chit-chatting for too long, why don't we just jump right into it?
Sure.
Okay.
Um, okay, so I guess everything that I'm going to be trying to share with you today is just about putting life into perspective and always trying to see the good in life and the good in everybody around us, trying to incorporate a calm, gratitude, and a deep spiritual connection with just everyday mundane activities.
Mm-hmm.
So this we can achieve through different therapies and also just having mindfulness and noticing life around us and all the good around us.
Yes.
Um, I do come from quite a long history, previously studied graphic design, and then I found my new passion of life, which was more about the alternative health and energy and just the power that's found within those. So that's where I'm passionate about, and I'd love to share a little bit more with you.
Well, looking forward to hearing more. I'm excited about this.
So, George, life is really busy. It has a lot of challenges, and often from these challenges, we gain a lot of wisdom. For the wise and the mature, sometimes it's very easy to reflect back on issues and experiences with great advantage of having all this wisdom and understanding and empathy. And I guess no matter what age you are, whether you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or even older, it's never too late. We can always try to live life at our fullest, enjoying the really small things in life as well as the large events in life, and just trying to get the most out of life. It
Mm-hmm.
helps us, to be stress-free and just to be calm around us and around everybody around us. Life is busy. So,
Mm-hmm.
I personally, I have three kids. They're all in very competitive sports programs in many different directions: life, work, marriage, dog, household chores. And then, of course, trying to find, very importantly, a bit of time for myself. It's
Yes.
all very demanding.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it's important to just not get caught up in the small stuff. Notice everything around us that's good. Notice everything around people that is good in our lives. It's important to have a very positive attitude
Mm-hmm.
and
Definitely.
go with the flow. So slowing down, witnessing all the beauty, maybe even in like a single flower in the summer, the droplets of water hanging from a leaf in the rain, even the subtle soft shape of a snowflake in the winter. All of these can help you to have a positive outlook and a happier life.
Mm-hmm.
Meditation for me is really a huge part of life and a huge part of keeping that balance. So meditation and mindfulness doesn't have to be about sitting in lotus position for hours. Just noticing the small things, noticing your breath, inhaling fully, exhaling completely, releasing your stress, releasing your tension, walking with purpose, connecting to the earth, connecting to the ground and all that powerful energy, and noticing each step and being aware of all that negative mind chatter, and trying to create positive thoughts even in your mundane, boring activities of life.
Mm-hmm.
Huge factor is being mindful to that inner knowing, to your intuition, and just hearing that voice and following that inner gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we're all very human, and often advice is so easy to tell somebody, but actually when you try and bring it into your own life and try and follow your own advice, it's harder. So often I tell my clients, pretend you're your own best friend and give yourself advice, because you know that you always want the best for yourself. Honor, respect yourself, and nurture yourself and love yourself.
That's very good suggestions. Marta, how did you get into this way of life?
Well, growing up in South Africa, I was always aware of African myths and mysticism, but I stayed away from it all because it really scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've always trusted Western medicine, and I'm grateful for all the medical doctors. But my life always revolved around natural, non-medicinal therapies, more preventative therapies, and when necessary, rather treating the cause and not the effect. So this is just the theme of life. Again, like spiritualism is very individually. It's not necessarily about religion. It's more about connecting to your God, whatever feels right for you. So for me, it's my God, my Hashem, all his helpers, his angels, his guides. But for everybody, it's a very individual process. How did I get into this? Well, when my mom was dying just over 12 years ago, she went through a whole lot of different therapy, chemotherapy, and we realized that this was not actually going to be helping her. It was not her path of life.
Yeah.
So we tried, it took us a while to get to that point. Initially, we tried a lot of quick fixes. We tried with a lot of optimistic hope. We tried to change her fate. And we explored every trick and cure that we could think of. Very optimistic and very blinded, I guess. So eventually we came to a healer who was highly recommended. And she came and she really helped us. But what we really received from the healer was not a cure for my mom's illness, but rather a sense of love and acceptance, and with the strength to help my mom through her transition.
I see.
She helped us to say goodbye. And it was honestly the hardest, most emotional pain I'd ever experienced. But I did receive the gift of comfort to help let her go. And it was soon after my mom died, in fact, that I knew I needed to know more about this universal Reiki, this universal life, this energy, and how powerful it was. And my path started with the Reiki.
I see.
Yeah.
And I know how passionate you are about Reiki, so is there more that you can tell us about this?
Well, I'll tell you about Reiki in a moment, but I first wanted to just tell you about how important it is to listen to your body. We get really powerful messages from our body, and our bodies can tell us so much. The body listens to all your thoughts and your words, and these words and thoughts actually attract energy and manifest what those thoughts are to actually happen. So, George, I don't know, have you ever wondered why when somebody's bugging you and you call them a pain in the neck, suddenly maybe the next day or two you might get a sore neck?
I called them a pain somewhere else, and I've noticed sensations in that area as well. So I can definitely relate.
Exactly. Or maybe you're a little bit nervous about walking forward in life, or a little bit nervous about the direction life is taking you, and then suddenly you notice your foot's sore, or your leg is sore, or there's some kind of pain about walking forward. So it's evidence that our thoughts and our worries really affect us on a more physical and emotional level.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but sometimes it's really hard to deal with those thoughts, it's really hard to deal with the stress because it's difficult. So it's easier to just push that emotion away, and it helps us not to feel hurt or vulnerable. But if we don't leave it, because if we leave it and ignore it, then it can become stuck energy, and this stuck energy can manifest and cause deeper damage on an emotional level, a physical level, or both.
I see. It definitely makes sense.
Yeah, so we're trying to create homeostasis, and that's when the whole body and all your systems work together harmoniously and they're balanced, and we aim to achieve all our energy flowing freely, and this maximizes our optimal health, physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. So now you asked about Reiki. Let me tell you about it.
Fantastic.
Well, Reiki's really changed my life, as I mentioned, and I'm so grateful to be on this amazing healing path. It started off as a much-needed healing tool for myself, and then it moved out to my family, my immediate family, and then my extended family. And now I know it's meant for me to be helping so many more people around me. So, anything in life and energy around us, it has a really rippling effect. So when we help ourselves, we help the people around us, and it ripples out to further more people all around us.
Yes.
Reiki is a hands-on, gentle technique which really does help reduce stress and relaxation. A Reiki master will help the client tap into their supply of life force energy, universal energy, and this improves their health and their quality of life. The energy work treats the whole person, includes body, physical, emotions, mind, and spiritual issues, and it results in a feeling of peace, security, and well-being. Reiki is founded on the premise that the human form has a physical, energetic, and a spiritual body. And for thousands of years, most cultures have believed that the human body is not just composed of a physical body, but there's so much more to us. It stimulates the ability of the body to self-correct and restore balance by adding more life force and more energy and better flow of energy to the whole client system.
Yes.
In a Reiki treatment, all of the chakras are balanced, and this makes sure that they're working at a maximum effort for the client. So I guess we're trying to ultimately balance the chakras. We have 7 major energy chakras to the human body, and we have so many more at all different parts, but our main focus is balancing the chakras. It's very healthy, it's very safe, it's a spiritual healing that works on any ailment, any at all, from the smallest ailment to something large that you've had for many years. Maybe examples are poor circulation, joint pain, respiratory problems, possible sleep deprivation, hypertension, any stress-related symptom. A treatment, balancing the chakras, all for the Reiki, it's about an hour long, give or take. Sometimes we need longer. And it can, it could be just purely Reiki, or it could be combined with any other treatment, just to create general well-being, treat chronic ailments, acute ailments. We could do it in person, and it can also, of course, be done on distant treatment as long as I have permission from the client.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Okay, sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really powerful.